Imagine this. Everything you've believed about who you are, your name, your memories, your dreams. What if none of it is truly yours? What if your very identity, the story of your birth and the certainty of your death, were nothing more than a carefully constructed illusion? What then would remain of you? Have you ever paused in your day-to-day routine and felt strangely disconnected, wondering if there's more to you than just this passing moment? Does the inevitability of aging and death ever haunt you, whispering questions you can't quite silence? What if these fears arose because, deep down, you sense a truth you're afraid to confront? Who are you, really? A collection of shifting thoughts and fleeting emotions, a temporary body bound by time, aging with each passing day? Or is it possible there's something more, something timeless, limitless, beyond the boundaries of your skin and the echo of your name? Think about it. Each wave believes itself separate, rising and falling alone. Yet beneath the surface, all waves belong to one infinite ocean. Could you, in a similar way, be part of something infinitely larger, never truly born, never truly separate, and therefore never truly able to die? Why do we cling so fiercely to our identities, protecting something that might never have been ours in the first place? Could this desperate grasping be the root of our anxiety, fear, and existential loneliness? What if letting go isn't losing yourself, but discovering who you've always truly been? Over the next few moments, we'll step through a doorway of insight. We'll question everything you've been told, unravel illusions you've long accepted, and peer directly into your own true nature. Are you ready to discover that you were never born and that you'll never die? From the day you're born, you're handed a script, a name, a family, a story. But have you ever questioned who wrote this script? Was it truly you, or was it society, culture, the subtle whispers of expectation that molded the person you believe yourself to be? Carl Jung spoke of shadows, deep, unconscious forces shaping every choice you make, like a reflection in a broken mirror. Your sense of self is fragmented by the beliefs you've inherited. What happens when you mistake these fractured pieces for who you really are? Thinkers like Nietzsche warned that identity isn't discovered, it's imposed. Society and culture hand you labels: teacher, father, artist, and you accept them, believing they define you. But what if these labels trap you in a smaller version of who you could be? Jean-Paul Sartre recognized this existential trap, calling it bad faith, where you believe you're nothing more than the role you've been assigned. Are you living a life that's genuinely yours, or are unseen hands quietly directing your every thought and action? Philosophers like Arthur Schopenhauer argued your greatest fears, death, isolation, insignificance, arise from believing you're limited, mortal, separate. This hidden anxiety silently shapes every desire, every dream, every desperate attempt to outrun your mortality. But what if it's all a misunderstanding? Fyodor Dostoevsky revealed the human obsession with guilt and suffering, how it stems from believing you're fundamentally flawed and separate. This hidden belief makes you feel incomplete, forever searching for validation. Have you noticed this quiet desperation within yourself? Authors like H.P. Lovecraft explored the horror of recognizing our insignificance in an infinite cosmos. Yet paradoxically, could this revelation free us rather than terrify us? Is recognizing the illusion of individuality the first step to true liberation? The hidden problem isn't your body or your mind. It's your belief in separation, limitation, and mortality. Beneath all anxieties lies the suspicion that you're more than your thoughts, your fears, your identity. What if your entire life has been waiting for you to notice this truth? Every day, unnoticed, you're shaped by the silent belief in your separateness. It's subtle, invisible, but this illusion quietly molds every decision, every hope, every fear. Have you ever wondered why happiness feels fleeting, or why anxiety returns no matter what you achieve? Your mind, influenced by cognitive biases, seeks confirmation of its own limitations. Neuroscience reveals your brain literally filters reality, reinforcing the idea that you're isolated and finite. But what if this filtering blinds you to a deeper truth? You wear masks, professional, social, personal, all designed to protect this separate self. But beneath these masks, loneliness persists, signaling a hidden discomfort, the nagging sense that you're playing a role instead of truly living. Does this feeling sound familiar? Society tells you happiness lies just around the corner, in success, validation, possessions. You chase these illusions, always believing peace is in the next milestone. Yet fulfillment remains elusive, slipping from your grasp again and again. Have you noticed this endless cycle? Cultural conditioning traps you silently in cages built from expectation. You're taught that your worth depends on external approval, family, peers, society. But what if these invisible cages only exist because you've never realized they're there? Behind every anxious thought is a fear rooted in the illusion of limited time. You rush, panic, strive, as if life were slipping away with each passing second. This urgency seems natural, but is it? Or have you unknowingly internalized an unnecessary fear of your own mortality? Attachment intensifies your suffering. Your grip tightens around people, possessions, and identities. Yet everything inevitably changes. Have you ever wondered why letting go feels impossible, even though holding on only deepens the pain? These unseen consequences aren't just philosophical. They define your reality, silently shaping your relationships, your ambitions, your very perception of existence. But if your suffering comes from misunderstanding who you are, isn't it time to question the foundation of your beliefs? What if I told you there's a way out, an escape from the illusions of identity and the fear of mortality? To break free, you must first rebel against everything you've believed about yourself. Are you ready to take this revolutionary step? Rebellion starts by challenging your deepest assumptions. It means questioning the very idea of being a limited, separate individual. But consider this. Could you exist beyond the labels you've worn your entire life? Throughout history, great thinkers and mystics from Aldous Huxley to Viktor Frankl realized freedom begins when you strip away false identities. They discovered a truth hidden behind layers of social conditioning. You are far more than any label or role you've ever held. Your rebellion is internal, a radical shift in how you see yourself. Stop viewing your mind as a cage that defines you. Instead, realize it's just one small fragment in an infinite expanse of awareness. Can you feel the relief in simply considering this possibility? True freedom arises when you surrender control. It seems counterintuitive, but letting go of your constant struggle against life opens you to a deeper truth. Life flows naturally, without needing a central controller. Can you sense the peace hidden within this paradox? To break free, step willingly into uncertainty. Question relentlessly. Even when answers aren't immediate, historical figures who challenged conventional reality, like Nietzsche and Sartre, opened doors to deeper awareness. Are you ready to follow their path? Understand this rebellion isn't solitary. Across history, countless individuals woke from the illusion of separateness, discovering liberation not in isolation but in unity. What if the same potential for awakening lives within you right now? This moment is your call to rebellion. Dare to climb beyond your identity, beyond fear, beyond the stories you've always told yourself. On the other side awaits something remarkable, a realization of infinite possibility. Will you take the first step? Here's the ultimate truth you've been approaching all along. You were never born, and you'll never die. Beneath every fleeting thought, beyond your changing body, there's a timeless presence, pure awareness. Could this be what you've always been searching for? Your true essence is infinite awareness itself, never bound by time or form. You've always existed beyond birth and death, silently observing your life's unfolding drama. Can you sense the freedom in finally recognizing this truth? Like waves returning to the ocean, you've never truly separated from your source. You aren't a wave trying to survive, you're the entire ocean itself, vast and limitless. Imagine the relief in knowing nothing can threaten who you truly are. Your entire life, you've witnessed everything, joy, pain, fear, from this timeless vantage point. This awareness has never aged, never suffered. Isn't it remarkable that you've overlooked the very essence of your own existence? In realizing you've never been truly born, the masks you wore begin to fall away effortlessly. Identity, roles, and fears dissolve, revealing a profound, peaceful clarity beneath. What remains when everything false fades away? You are awareness itself, never limited, never confined. Understanding this doesn't remove you from life. It immerses you deeply within it, freeing you from fear of loss, pain, and even death. Can you imagine how deeply liberating this insight is? Knowing your infinite nature transforms how you experience the world. Compassion arises effortlessly, judgment and fear vanish because there's no longer a separate self to defend. Could this newfound clarity redefine your entire existence? This is your invitation. Step through this doorway of ultimate realization. Embrace your timeless, limitless existence. You were never born, and you'll never die. You've always been free, infinitely aware, forever home.